Hey everyone, Travis here on Week 8, Day 1 of the NA LCS coverage provided by Toshiba. Thank you, Hi, for being here. How are you today?
Hold up. I'm good.
Did you just need to get that out of your system?
Yeah, I just ate some spicy wings, and I could go for a drink right now, but I got kidnapped by someone doing an interview with me, so I'm kind of dying of thirst over here.
So it's going to be an extra spicy interview then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit spicy.
So let's talk about spicy things. You're going to Poland, which has something called Polish sausage, which I think can be spicy on occasion.
I believe they have those at Costco too, like the Polish sausages, the hot dog things, and I believe they are spicy. So
I was trying to make the segue.
passed. You passed.
Anyway, when do you guys leave for IM Katowice?
Is it Katowice or is it Katowice?
I say Katowice, but
Katowice, Katowice, Katowice. Well, someone.
Poland.
Poland. We're going to Poland. And we head out on Sunday, so right after our game with CLG, we'll basically be going to the airport and flying out.
Now, I think the event doesn't happen or it doesn't start until like Thursday, something like that. Why are you guys headed out so early?
So we're going to head out early to go to the Logitech office, I believe. I believe it's Logitech. I don't remember. I'll have to ask Jack again. But we're just going to go there and boot camp, basically, and prepare for the event so we can do our best for it.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so you guys will be boot camping ahead of time. Any specific things you'll get to do? You're gonna do maybe some scrimming of EU teams, or is this all secret?
Well, I haven't thought into it too much, obviously. We have to take care of this Super Week first. We're only one day in. We have 3 more games to go. So once those 3 games are done, I'll start thinking about what we do then.
What do you think of your group?
I only know we're playing World Elite right now, and I believe Gambit is in our group, and then I don't remember the last team in it. But it's looking rough because we start off with the World Elite already, and they're one of the favored teams to win the event, so we got to watch out for that. And if we can take them down, that'd be really good.
I believe they just changed some of their players. Have you heard about this? Is this going to be a weird thing for you guys to try to figure out what these guys are going to be like?
Right, so I heard that they did change their players, but I'm not really paying attention to it too much. I'll probably look into it more later once I start focusing on more, but we still have our analyst, Charlie, which will probably take care of a lot of that. So then we just talk to him about it, but I'm still not focused on it yet.
So is this a thing where you deal with Super Week, you get this all out of the way, then you hop on the plane, and there's a dossier, like a little manila envelope that you open up and you pull out, and there's like headshots of all of the World Elite players with like their picks and bans, and then you read through all of it, and then it blows up.
This weekend we have like the itinerary of like each team, and like we're doing this, this, and this. And then when we're done with that itinerary, we'll pull out our second itinerary for IAM. One thing at a time, Travis. That's how you're efficient about things.
And then when you land, you just burn it so no one can see.
Yeah, basically.
Any thoughts on? And I hate to keep bringing this up because I know you're focusing on Super Week, but even with like just the preliminary thoughts that you've given to IAM, any thoughts on what you think Cloud9's performance could be like, or where you might be able to finish?
This is for IEM, correct?
Yeah.
Still haven't thought about that, Travis. You keep asking questions for things I haven't thought about.
Well, it's mostly because I have to. It's my job to interview you about the event that you're about to.
Is it your job though, or is it my job to interview you? Because here, let me see this really quick. So, Travis, I heard you're going to IEM on Tuesday, correct?
Yeah.
How long are you going to be in Poland for?
Quite some time.
What are you going to be doing over there?
Interviewing? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much.
So, you haven't thought about it too much, just like I haven't thought about it too much. Right. So we're on the same page right now, huh?
Right now, I'm thinking more about Super Week, but I do have my analyst marking, who is gonna just give me some information on who I'm supposed to interview. And
okay, that sounds good, Travis. So I appreciate this interview, Travis. Do you have any shout-outs you want to?
Yeah, well, thank you to Toshiba for sponsoring the coverage. No, let's talk about Super Week, because it seems like you're not going to be talking too much about how you're America's only hope for any kind of international showing.
Bringing up stuff like that is why we're not talking about it. Because what is this unneeded pressure for no reason?
I'm not the one telling you that America is depending on Cloud9.
Blame Travis. He just brought it up, and that's the first time I heard it. So everyone will bash on you for this.
Listen, it's not even me. I look at Reddit, and people say, once again, we're dependent on Cloud9.
I haven't seen that comment, so I'm pinning the blame on you, Travis. So we should move on to Super Week, because you're being blamed for IEM if we do bad.
I mean, I guess that's reasonable. Anyway, I am. is done. Now let's talk about Super Week. So you guys just beat EG, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Yeah, I know you guys ran off. I was watching the TSM game, so I was trying to remember what happened in that game. But you guys beat them pretty handily. What did what do you think allowed you guys to win that? Was that sort of one of those things where you guys won at Champ Select, or was it a combination of different things?
So it's obviously a combination of different things for why you win. As far as Champion Select goes, they fall into our trap, so to say, I guess. But they did what we wanted them to, and we predicted what they were going to do for the most part. And then as far as the actual game itself went, Snoopy got caught out a couple of times, and that kind of just snowballed the game. He gave first blood to me, and then I got a solo kill on Pole Balter mid. And after those two things happened, we kind of just started snowballing the game because I was just super strong, and so was Balls.
Now, I'd also like to talk to you about the TSM Coast game that just occurred, because I saw you guys were watching the whole thing and you asked me who I thought was going to win in the beginning. I thought Coast had a chance because obviously they'd done well previously against TSM. What do you think allowed TSM to come around this time, especially without having Bjergsen on the team?
So TSM had an arguably better team comp for the most part. They had better initiation, poke, and scaling, and they just played better than Coast, really. Coast didn't really do anything. They kind of just tried to react to what TSM was doing and kind of got punished for it. But Nintendo did do a few good plays early in the game, but then he started just to feed, and so did Daydream. And so when you have two people on your team that just start feeding, you start to just lose the game. So
That is true. I've seen that happen in solo queue. It seems to be an issue. Now, what do you guys? What has your preparation been like for the Super Week? Because now, normally you'd be like, okay, cool, one game down, only one to go, but you actually have 3 games to go. Has it been intense for you guys, or what's been happening behind the scenes with Cloud9?
right, so this isn't the first time we've done a Super Week, obviously. And when you go into Super Week, you have to do more preparation just because there are more games. The way we prepare is the same. We just have to do more of that preparation just because there's more games.
So you start pulling like 16-hour days instead of 8-hour days?
Yeah, no. I'm not. Well, I might be awake for that long, but we're not spending all 16 hours just focused on that. I need to eat and stuff, man, and like shower, Yeah.
Well, and you had some people come visit you. Was that nice?
Right, so we've actually been visited at least once a day this entire week. We've had people come over to do interviews. We have people come over to film stuff. We've had people come over to show us presentations. So we've actually been extremely busy this week. And today we still have to go to Machinima to do our show. So this entire week we've just been crammed with stuff. And then we go to Poland to do more stuff. So we're in like an intense stage right now.
How do you deal with the stress? Because I'm feeling stressed out because I got a lot of stuff before I leave for Poland. You leave even before me. So what do you do to unwind and deal with all this?
Well, recently our team has been playing a lot of Diablo 3. Okay. That game is pretty mindless. You kind of just run around and kill things, and that's kind of a good stress reliever. And then you just play other games, really. You try not to focus on League of Legends. You talk to your girlfriend or whoever you want to talk to. You play different games. You go eat. You go outside. And just not focus on it too much because it'll burn you out. So we can go on a date, too. That's a good stress reliever.
Okay. You and I?
Yes, but you have to pay.
I wonder if I can expense that.
You are the older one out of us, and normally speaking, the older one pays, and you look more manly than I do. So you're older and you're more manly, and that just kind of fits the criteria of who pays. Because I'm more feminine.
Yeah. So if you were to date like a
girl right now, you're sitting like a man, I'm sitting like a girl.
You just changed it like.
No, I was like saying this the entire time, right, Marking? Yeah, see, Marking's got my back.
Well, double if sits like that.
Well, double if it's more feminine then.
So if you were to date a girl that was older than you and sat more like this and like that, she would have to pay?
Not necessarily, because I still would be the guy in relationships just because she has, a chest and, So she's still a girl. But you, on the other hand, you got like a beard going on and stuff.
I have a beard going on?
Yeah, I started to grow. I see it forming right now.
I literally shaved right before I came to the LCS.
Literally lying right now to you guys.
Okay, I shaved before I came to the LCS.
This is photoshopped. It's photoshopped. Don't believe what you see on the camera. You know what people do to pictures these days. They alter and everything. He just altered his beard out.
When are we going on our date? Because you just said you're really busy and you're leaving soon.
What? Are you picking me up? Because I don't have a car.
Yeah.
All right. What about Saturday night?
Maybe. Didn't you say you have like stuff Saturday night?
I did not say that.
Okay.
Now you're trying to make excuses for not doing it.
Listen, I go out on dates, with other people sometimes, so I got to fit you in my schedule.
And are you just like playing me now? You're going on dates with other girls and me at the same time? Are you just like playing with my heart, Travis?
Let's get back to this video game. Yeah.
Man, play with my heart on camera. Just admitting to it.
How much do you think not having Bjergsen is going to affect TSM during Super Week?
I think it'll affect them a good amount, but obviously they just won a game even without Bjergsen, so it shouldn't be too bad. Reginald is still a good player, so it's not like it's a giant downgrade. So I think they'll still be able to pull off a decent record. At the very minimum, 2-2. At the very best, like 3-1 or 4-0. So
Out of the teams that you play this week during Super Week, which one were you most concerned about?
I'd probably say CLG, even though every team is hard team. CLG has just been showing that they've been the most dominant team out of the teams we're playing this weekend. So we play them last, and I'll focus on last, but they'll probably be one of the harder games. But I'm still expecting the other games tomorrow to be really hard too.
You have any shout-outs or anything that you'd like to say to your sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank our sponsors, HyperX, Homejoy, Crunchyroll, Alienware, Law Class, and Logitech. Appreciate everything you guys have sent us, especially all the recent gear that Logitech has sent us. And I'd like to thank Travis for the interview. Hopefully he'll take me on a date Saturday, and he doesn't talk about playing me on camera in the future. And follow me at my Twitter at @hi_L9, and don't follow him.
You can check out my Twitter at SOTLTravis. You can follow me there. You can also check out the rest of our coverage of esports and more, well, mostly just esports, at ongamers.com.